بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من حافظ على هؤلاء الصلوات المكتوبات لم يكتب من الغافلين. الحديث رواه ابن خزيمة في صحيحه. عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من حافظ على هؤلاء الصلوات المكتوبات لم يكتب من الغافلين. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "He who guards the obligatory salat will not be written amongst the neglectful." Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "He who guards the obligatory salat will not be written amongst the neglectful." Ji.
What does neglectful?
Neglectful means the one who is not careless. Neglectful is someone who is careless, who doesn't, if I tell you to do your homework, I tell you do page 58 and 59 in homework, and then the next day I say, okay, show me page 58, 59. Like, oh, I didn't do it. So why didn't you do it? Because I was playing injustice. So then I'll say, because you were playing injustice, you didn't do it? Then I'll get mad because you didn't, there was no good reason that you missed it, right? So you neglected to do your homework. Samajh gaya? So that's what it means, neglectful. That's someone who doesn't pay attention to what Allah is telling him to do. That is someone who is neglectful. And that's also a good point for us to note that this person will not be written from amongst the neglectful, but that does not put him on a high status. It's just that he will not be amongst the people who were careless, who were blameworthy. But it doesn't put him in the position of, the obedient or the people, who would do, who are devout. It's just not, it's like someone who just passed. He will not be written amongst the failures, but it's not that he's going to be amongst, the top performers. It's just that he is not one of the failures. So, just to correct our perception of things, that today a person, he prays 5 times a day, we think, oh wow, mashallah, this person is so religious. So, he's not neglectful of his duties. Alhamdulillah, sometimes, because of the atmosphere and the environment, someone who is not neglectful seems like, such a great find, but in reality, it's not how it should have been. Ji. What does reality mean? सचमुच में. समझ गए? Like in reality, Khadija is a good girl. Ji? عن حسن بن علي رضي الله عنهما قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من قرأ آية الكرسي في دبر الصلاة المكتوبة كان في ذمة الله إلى الصلاة الأخرى. رواه الطبراني. عن حسن بن علي رضي الله عنهما قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من قرأ آية الكرسي في دبر الصلاة المكتوبة كان في ذمة الله إلى الصلاة الأخرى. Hassan ibn Ali radiallahu anhuma narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "He who recites Ayatul Kursi after obligatory salat is in the protection of Allah till the next salat." Hassan ibn Ali radiallahu anhuma narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "He who recites Ayatul Kursi after the obligatory salat is in the protection of Allah till the next salat." So if we have not learned Ayatul Kursi, it is a good time to start learning it and to make a habit of reciting it after every salat. This way, a person he remains within the protection of Allah, and each one of us seeks protection. So, like this, a person, Allah gives him a means to achieve and to attain this protection. عن إياس بن معاوية المزني رحمه الله أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: لا بد من صلاة بليل ولو حلبشات وما كان بعد صلاة العشاء فهو من الليل. رواه الطبراني. عن إياس بن معاوية المزني رحمه الله أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: لا بد من صلاة بليل ولو حلبشات وما كان بعد صلاة العشاء فهو من الليل. Iyas ibn Muawiyah al-Muzani rahimahullah narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, be sure to offer tahajjud salat, though it may be as short as a goat's milking. Any salat offered after Isha will indeed be counted as tahajjud. Iyas ibn Muawiyah al-Muzani rahimahullah narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, be sure to offer tahajjud salat, though it may be as short as a goat's milking. Any salat offered after Isha will indeed be counted as tahajjud. जी यूसुफ क्या करना है? What should a person do?
I forgot like the starting, but like
Be sure to offer.
oh yeah, be sure to offer salah.
Which salat? Fajr?
Tahajjud.
Ji, tahajjud. So why? Even though it may be short as? Even if it's as short as a goat's milking. And when is time for tahajjud?
A little bit after Fajr.
A little bit after Fajr. Oh, yes, Saddam, yes. जी खदीजा बताइए.
Before Fajr?
जी
After Fajr?
Yes, salam after Fajr. Ya Allah. Any salat after Isha will indeed be counted as tahajjud. Acha, Ji Yusuf. So when is time for tahajjud?
Um,
Any salat offered after Isha, any salat offered when?
after Isha is
Will
a
indeed be counted as tahajjud.
yes.
Ah. Yes. जी यूसुफ बैठिए सुनिए अच्छा अब सुनिए أن عائشة رضي الله عنها قالت سألت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عن الالتفات في الصلاة عن الالتفات في الصلاة فقال هو اختلاس يختلسه الشيطان من صلاة الرجل رواه الترمذي. Aisha radiallahu anha narrates, I asked Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam about looking around in salat. About what?
Looking around in salah.
हाँ यहाँ वहाँ नहीं देखना है. ओ जी खदीजा नहीं देखना है. Don't look around in salat. Why he said it is the carrying away of a person from his salat by shaitan. Ji. That when a person he looks around, he's like, oh wow, that's a nice light. Ooh, look at that car. Then this is shaitan making him, distracting him in his salat. So that's why a person should look where in salat. Where's the
Down.
person? When he's standing, then he should look at his place of sajda. And when he's in ruku, he should be looking
To his feet.
at his feet. And when he is in sajda, he should be looking at.
Nose.
Hmm. And when he is on sitting down,
Flap.
then he should look in his lap. So a person should not be looking around. ठीक है.
G.
ठीक है खदीजा. जी. जी समझ, हमने सुन लिया. अच्छा अच्छा. अच्छा, one last one before we close. So we should make an effort to make our salat better, increase the concentration. Um, عن عائشة رضي الله عنها قالت: أمر رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ببناء المساجد في الدور وأن تنظف وتطيب. رواه أبو داود. Aisha radiallahu anha narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam ordered us to build masjids in various localities and to clean and perfume them. Aisha radiallahu anha narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam ordered us to build masjids in various localities and to clean and perfume them. So we should make it easy for the masajid to be established and then take care of them as well. We should respect, take care, revere the masajid because they're the houses of Allah. Even if they're not the most glamorous buildings, but they're those places where salat is being performed. So we should uh, honor these places. We should try to keep them clean, try to perfume them. There's one, so the next hadith, just mention it. Anas radiallahu anhu narrates that there was a woman who used to collect rubbish from the masjid. When she died, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam was not informed of her burial. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "If a person from amongst you dies, then inform me." He then offered Salatul Janazah for her and said, "Verily, I saw her in paradise because she used to remove rubbish from the masjid." Anas radiallahu anhu narrates that there was a woman who used to collect rubbish from the masjid. When she died, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam was not informed of her burial. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "If a person from amongst you dies, then inform me." He then offered Salatul Janazah for her and said, "Verily, I saw her in paradise because she used to remove rubbish from the masjid." So may Allah give us also the tawfiq to respect the masjid, to take care of the masjid in whatever capacity we can, whatever limitations there are, but in whatever, as much as we are able, give us the tawfiq to take care of the masjid and to be mindful of our, obviously, our obligatory salats, and those should not be missed, and even our tahajjud salat. And when is the time for tahajjud salat?
Anytime after Isha.
Any time after Isha. Ji. जी, you got that right खदीजा, बहुत अच्छी बात. ठीक है. अच्छा. سبحان الله وبحمده سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. Yes, alhamdulillah.